And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivs here. Quivs does stuff in my PJs as per usual. And we're back again playing more Dinkum. This stream is actually taking place moments after the previous one. If you are joining us on Twitch, which I highly recommend, twitch.tv/quivs_AU, because I'm the Australian Quivs, you can chat with us live. I don't have YouTube chat on live streams. It's a bit of a pain trying to get both YouTube chat and Twitch chat to appear on the stream. And if people ask questions and I answer those questions, it's a bit weird for YouTube viewers if you can't see what the question was. And I don't want to have to read out every question either. So yeah, join us over at twitch.tv/quivs_AU if you'd like to chat with me. Other than that, let's get back into Dinkum. So there was one thing at the end of the previous stream, which was that I couldn't pause. I think perhaps when you start a new game, the game might default to multiplayer, and that you kind of need to exit out to the main menu and then rejoin or reload your game single player, and then you can pause. So as you can see, I now have the game paused. But we will jump back in momentarily. I'm just going to take another soothe. Of my nice, refreshing, fizzy beverage. And yeah, let's jump back into it. So, wake up in the morning of the next day, and it is raining. We do have, from Animal Research, some money. We got 4,400 for that diggo. And we get our trap back. So we can use that again. Now, because it's raining, there will be toads around the place. They're relatively easy to kill. They just jump. They're passive. They don't do anything to you. And yeah, you can just grab them. I don't know what they do. I've been collecting the toad skins and keeping them, but I don't know whether they're for anything. I might just sell them now, because I don't know what they're for. I don't think they do anything. So John's store doesn't open until 8. So John will be wandering around until 8 o'clock. There's a jackaroo. All right, jackaroos. Catching jackaroos. In our previous stream, we showed you how to catch diggos. Relatively easy. You literally just stick the trap under the diggo and then run the diggo back. Every time he breaks out, you just place the trap again. Jackaroos, you kind of have to herd them towards the trap. Which can be hard, especially if the diggo's trying to kill them at the same time, because they will now be running from you and the diggo. But it's not impossible. Diggos will call other diggos, but I should still, if I'm lucky, be able to get them into the trap. Jackaroos will not break out of the trap, so they will stay in there forever. And they're worth more money, so delivering one of them is great. As you can see, all my trees and plants that I planted have grown a little bit further. It's 8 o'clock. John should be trying to get to his store right now. Yeah, hurry up and open, John. Excellent. Ooh, should not have chosen a fizzy drink. Oh well. Back behind the counter. First, I'd like to sell you a few things, John, because I don't know what to do with these toad skins. Kind of poison, so you can probably make some sort of poison, but I've never worked out how or gotten far enough into the game to do so I don't know when that happens. Sounds good. Bit of cash. Thanks, John. Right, now as you can see, John sells more things. So there's the furnace. You require this level of furnace to smelt iron ore when you get iron ore. You can't do it in the basic clay one that you make. Here's the stone grinder, which can be used to grind up those shiny stones as well as regular stones for concrete. The barbecue, which he actually sold before in his tent. But yeah, it cooks food faster. The torch, not a flashlight. This is Australia. We don't call it a flashlight. It's a torch. You need those. Well, you don't absolutely 100% need them, but they're very handy when you go into the mine. This slot is random. House customization kit. Well, I don't need that. I don't have a house yet. This slot rotates. Whatever's here, you get different things all the time. These are always the same. It's always your basic tools. This is always the metal detector. This is always the mine pass. And this is random and is always either like a gear or a random bar of ore. And he always sells limes and bananas. I'm actually going to buy a few bananas. I've got 2 banana trees. I need 3 bananas. Thanks, John. And then I will go and plant 3 more banana trees. Cool. Magpies. Interestingly, when I play this game without headphones on and the magpies carol, as they just did then, sometimes a magpie will come down and sit on my neighbor's house across from this room that I'm in and will carol back to the magpies in the game. Very amusing. Apparently magpies just do that. I was kind of amazed by it at first, but I dropped a comment about it on Steam, and people said that, yeah, magpies are like that. They will talk back. You can whistle at them and stuff in real life, and they will whistle back because they are curious and social animals. It's just their deal. But yeah, I was very surprised the first time it happened. It was like, they start caroling around my house at about 5 in the morning. So yeah, it was like real early in the morning. And I was playing this without headphones on and the volume up. And I could hear the magpies outside. And then I could hear the magpies in game. And then the magpies outside got, or at least one of them, got closer. And every time a magpie caroled in game, the one outside would carol. And I was like, okay, is he caroling back? So I paused the game. And he stopped, the one outside stopped caroling, and then I restarted the game, and the next time the magpie in-game caroled, the magpie outside in real life caroled again. So yeah, he calls back. It was very amusing to discover. Just catching some bugs and things. These are all things that I can sell to John for some cash. There are a few things that I'm going to want and need. I should have a look at what my dailies are. Plant 1 tree seed, I could always do that. Smelt some ore into a bar, I can definitely do that. And cook 1 fruit, I can definitely do that. So all of those things are relatively simple. We'll get those done for the license points because, well, license points are good. And we'll probably start buying some upgraded equipment. Now, in my previous Let's Play on Twitch, the one that failed, because the video just didn't work out and I couldn't really make good YouTube content out of it. We sort of rushed to get into the underground mine. I'm not going to be doing that this time because I found it less essential to progressing through the game than you'd think. Like, it's good. There's more ore and better ore and treasures and stuff down there. But it's not the be-all and end-all of the game to do so. I need to plant a tree, so we'll just quickly plant a gum tree. That won't take us very long. Don't really need to plant gum trees. Random baby trees will spawn and grow up. It does happen on its own as well, but you can speed things up by planting trees. But you don't really need to plant gum trees because look at it. There are so many of them, you really don't need to do it. But we'll plant one anyway because, you know, that was our quest. Might as well do it. We'll grab some ore because I've got enough ore. And we'll smelt a bar. I need to smelt 2 bars for this quest apparently. So we'll stick around and we'll cook some more bush limes while we're waiting. Then we'll nip over to John's again, see what he's got, and I'll consider buying some other things. I think the stone grinder, and maybe the barbecue. I don't really need the barbecue this early in the game. The stone grinder is kind of worth it. We might grab the stone grinder. of the other things that was annoying me is it's kicking out the fruit to the back side, and I don't want it to do that. Dump that there. It doesn't really matter where we dump that. There's a fly. Catch that fly. And sell him. Hello again, John. You can have all of this stuff. I really don't know what to do with bones. I've never found a use for them. I'm sure there's a use for them. I don't know what it is. Right. We'll buy the stone grinder. Excellent. Tell you what, we also need another license. Want to apply for a license. I would like the metal detecting license. Thank you very much. So I'll demonstrate how the metal detector works, because that's another good one. Running around and just trying to find exposed barrels. It's a very, not the greatest way to get on with those rare resources, because those resources are relatively rare, like they're not super easy to find. I just start getting rid of some of this. This will be sort of my crafting area. I'll have it all here. Some people might put their crafting area inside their house. I don't. Mine's outdoors. It makes no difference from what I can tell. So we'll put this here. Go back in a tent and grab our shiny stones, because we've got 2 of those. And we can pop those in here. Now, where does it kick out the bush line now that it can't go out the back? To the front. Excellent. That's what we'd like to see. So yeah, as you can see, the shiny stones will kick out a couple of random ores. Sometimes you just get a rock, which is annoying, but most of the time you get ore. Either copper or tin or occasionally iron. Whoa, there's a croco here. Why is there a croco here? Alright. Croco fighting 101. Basically stay close to him. Oh, every now and again he does that tail whip. That's rare, but he does. Most of the time though, I'm perfectly fine just hanging around his butt. And he will always miss you. Now periodically when they attack they get tired. I'll try to demonstrate that. See, now he's got little puffs of smoke coming out of him to sort of express that he's a bit tired. And you can normally get 2 to 3 hits in during that period. But yeah, not the hardest thing to fight. And they give up croco teeth and croco meat. The occasional bone, but mostly you'll get croco meat and croco teeth. Right, I got 1 iron ore, 2 copper ore out of that as well. Croco meat is exceptional. It is the first food that actually gives you a buff, as well as replenishing your stamina and health. I do need to eat something because I am used like 2/3 of my stamina already today. Takes a lot longer to cook, but yeah, it is extremely refreshing and gives you more stuff. Well, I am streaming live, but it's not giving me... Analytics. I've got to switch over to the Analytics tab on YouTube. That was a bit weird. Okie dokie. Cook these 2 croco meat. We might go find a mangrove and make a second trap. Find something else. What else can I do? Oh yeah, might as well be smelting all this ore while I've got it. Can I have another shiny stone? No, that's all my shiny stones as well. I do have a bunch of stuff in my inventory that I need to get rid of. Croco teeth. Keep those grass seeds for later. Wood. Or. Let's keep some of them. I'll keep some wattle flowers because they do actually have a purpose. And I'll keep the ore on me because I will pop that back in the smelter. Right, now I need to find a mangrove. Where's the nearest mangrove? Over there. North-ish. Because I need a few more mangrove sticks to make a second trap. Not many, 4. I don't have much use for mangrove sticks. One of the other ones you can do is an advanced cooking when you make a cooking table. I haven't gone fishing yet at all either. I really should get around to doing that. But when you make an advanced cooking station, some of these mangrove sticks are underwater. I'll have to actually dive in. When you do, you can make meat on a stick. That Diggo just killed that jackaroo. I'm going to go up there and get that meat and bones for free because they cost me nothing. The animals don't actually seem to eat the things that they kill. They just kill things because they kill things, and then the drops stay there. Alright, that's actually enough mangrove sticks. Should be southeast. There it is. Should have enough stuff to make another trap. And then we will trap something. Iron bar, mangrove sticks, and springs. Excellent. Empty out all crud from my inventory. Right. Now, another jackaroo or a croco. Absolutely no reason why I couldn't trap a croco. If I can find one, I can demonstrate how you trap and deliver a croco, which is sort of easy. I would have done it this morning, but I didn't have a trap ready. And that croco that I fought already was already at camp, which was, would have been really convenient. There's a croco, if I can get him to come and attack me. Alright, he's got me. Or he wants me. I'll just kite him towards camp, slowly but surely. Oh, he's already lost interest. Dragonfly. Oi! How can we give up so easy? I don't really want to go into the water with him, because he's faster in the water than I am. But he shouldn't be able to kill me. That's not good. Okay. Have I just found a bug? Oh no. I was going to say, like I said earlier in the stream, I've never seen any bugs in this game. But that dude seemed really stuck. Okay, here we go. Now we've got it. I'm going to run ahead and then run back. Oi! Come on if you think you're hard enough. Yeah, so right in front of the collection area. You give up too easy. Uh-oh. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. If he dodges the trap, I'm going to be very annoyed. So he's trying to break out, and he'll break out very quickly. So you really need to catch them right in front of the delivery point, or they'll break out. But if you do, They're very rewarding. They're worth a reasonable amount of money. So that's what's worth it. Alright, what else can I do today? Smelt a bit more metal, because that'll increase my mining proficiency. And I might go looking for that copper now. Soon, we're going to upgrade our, at least, mining license to the next level. And we're going to want a few copper bars so that we can construct the copper pickaxe, which is better than the iron pickaxe, or the tin pickaxe, or the basic pickaxe, since it's not actually defined that it's tin. But I assume it's tin. I really should be doing a bit more logging as well, chopping down trees. But I tend not to chop down many trees because you don't need to. Something killed a toad and it wasn't me. That's alright. Take that. Brush turkey, don't really need that either. Catching bugs is much easier than it is in Animal Crossing. They don't try to escape like they do in Animal Crossing. They are permanent, so if the bug is there, the bug stays there. The one exception is crawling bugs. If a crawling bug crawls into the water, then it goes away. But otherwise, the bugs are basically permanent. Let's take on Echidna. So what they do is they roll into a ball and then Metroid Prime at you. This can take them far enough away that they lose aggro. The best way to fight them is to have something like a rock near you. Because then what you can do is just have the rock between you and the Echidna. And the Echidna will roll into a ball, roll into the rock, and then stop. And then you can smack them down. And yeah, they'll drop meat and bones. So they're relatively easy as well. Now these big rocks, they're a slightly different color to most of the other rocks. They will be your first source of iron ore. You can't break them with a basic pickaxe. Once you get to a copper pickaxe, you can break them and get iron ore out of them. Now these ones that I'm ignoring, they actually have quartz crystals in them. I have no idea what you do with quartz crystals. There are a few crafting recipes that use them, but quartz crystal is relatively plentiful and mostly useless in the early game, so I basically don't bother with it. I'll grab this bottle tree, because that's another nice source of hardwood before I've got my copper axe, and we'll also add to my logging skill, which will get me closer to that copper axe. So I'll absolutely grab some bottle tree wood. Now it's getting dark. We might call it a day in a moment because there's not that much to do. I was about to say, I'm not sure where home is, but no, I can see it on the horizon. It's over that way. It's too late to sell things to John. I think he closes the shop at like 5. And his shop is closed on Sundays. He's got it here. 6. And he's closed on Sundays. So he only just closed. So I actually only just missed him. But miss him I did, so we won't worry too much about that. We'll catch him tomorrow. It'll be fine. Oh, still got an itchy nose. I will smelt these bars because smelting bars also contributes to your mining skill, allowing you to buy the upgraded license. So you don't just have to progress through the skill levels. When you progress to a high enough skill level, you'll unlock the next license level, and you need that license level to actually craft the next level of tools and unlock anything else that unlocks with that. Sometimes it's more than just the next level of tool, but sometimes it is just the next level of pickaxe is all you get. But sometimes you might get the next level of pickaxe and a special crafting, another kind of crafting table. something like that. Oh, speaking of. Cooking table, tin bar, tin sheet, nails, and palm wood planks. Palm wood planks. I don't actually have any more palm wood. I'm going to have to go get some more palm wood. Let's dump some of these other things in here. We'll keep that toad skin, why not? Yep, that'll have to go in there. Gonna have to build another one of these soon as well. Alright, I need more palm wood planks. Everything else I can keep on me because I'll be selling it. Except for the meat. I'd rather keep the meat. Alright, we really need a lot of palm wood planks at the moment. So it's only 7. Where is the nearest tropic? Northwest. Right there. Excellent. So normally I would chop down the palm wood trees that are near to my house that I grew. Trees natively grow in their natural biome, but you can grow any tree in any biome as well if you plant it yourself. So there's that. Getting hungry. Eat some of this. The one exception that I'm not sure about is when you get actual coconut palms that grow actual coconuts. I'm not sure if those only produce coconuts when grown on the beach. I have grown some before, and I don't know if they just didn't reach maturity or if they were never going to produce coconuts. We might find out during the course of this Let's Play. That should do it. Alright. Gonna need a fair bit of this. Because I want to make another crate as well. Got another milestone for sawing planks up. That's a fair bit. Alright, now I'm going to need some gumwood planks, which means I might as well grab the gumwood. I'm going to need some of that, some of that. I don't remember what else. We'll have a look in a moment. Let's grab those license points. Right, I need one of these. Now I can make my own crafting table, but since the tent is never closed, you can always just go in here to do your crafting, so I don't normally bother. Oh, I need a tin sheet. I might not have another tin sheet. Oh, I do. Cool. Sometimes late game when I've just, I've got lots of materials and stuff and it's not such a big deal. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to make... okay, now I am going to move my campfire to... where's the camp? Oh, there it is. To here. Let's fail. And then I'm going to put the cooking table next to it. And this has access to extra recipes. So meat on a stick, Dagwood dog. That's not very Australian. I'm pretty sure that's American. Bread everywhere. Fairy bread. This is very Australian. It's basically bread with sprinkles on it. Icing sugar and sprinkles. That's a very Australian thing to eat. Damper, that's fully Australian. Make it in campfires a lot. I think the Aboriginals used to make it as well. That's very Australian, the old damper. Meat pie, massively Australian. We have so many different companies that make meat pies and meat pies. Everybody eats meat pies here. It's just something that you have for like lunch or at the footy when you're watching a game of Aussie rules football or rugby, or I mean, even if you're watching soccer, the international game, you're still probably eating a meat pie for Australia. Pasty, similar sort of thing, although my favourite pasty is the Cornish pasty, which is obviously from Cornwall, and is it's a vegetable pasty, but it's got a big rim of extra pastry on it, and the story goes that because all the miners in Cornwall would come out of the mine and their hands would be all dirty and covered in soot and stuff, they'd make them these pasties with just this big rim of extra pastry so that you could grab the pasty and sort of munch down on it and then just throw that bit of pastry that was covered in soot and dirt away, so you wouldn't have to actually go and wash your hands. Obviously, that's not a problem for a regular person. You can go and wash your hands, but a Cornish pasty still has this big extra rim of nice, fluffy, soft, yummy pastry on it. Quiche, well, quiche is sort of universal, but it is very popular in Australia. Sausage roll, the sausage roll is like the pie. It's just a smaller version of the pie, normally with dodgier meat in it. They call it a sausage roll. The meat isn't sausage meat. It's normally something, if you ask me, probably even worse than what goes into a sausage. But it's extremely, extremely Australian, the old sausage roll. Fruit salad, pretty universal. Garden salad, pretty universal. Fish and chips, well, yeah, you get fish and chips all over the world. But again, all our cities, or all our major cities, are coastal cities, except for Canberra, which I think is in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, most of our cities are coastal cities. Fish and chips, very, very popular. Hearty stew, universal. Prime roast, universal. The Lamington. This is a sponge cake coated in chocolate icing and sprinkled with desiccated coconut. Also extremely, extremely Australian. And the pavlova. Now this one's debatable whether this is it might be an Australian invention or possibly a New Zealand invention. I think history credits Australia, but New Zealand claims that it's theirs. They just haven't been able to put up proof. I'm not sure who's right about it. But yeah, it's a meringue shell coated in cream and fruit. And arguably the best pavlova is a kiwi fruit pavlova, which is, I mean, the kiwi fruit is quintessentially a New Zealand thing. Like, that's where kiwi fruit come from. So they've got some arguments as to why it might be theirs. All right. Anyway, that's the cooking table. We've got one now, so we can use it when we have to use it. The food produced on the cooking table obviously is better. It does actually show you the stats there. So meat on a stick gives you 35 towards your health, if your health has been depleted, 15 towards your stamina, and gives you 3 minutes of increased defense. Dagwood Dog, 3 minutes of increased defense and 3 minutes of increased attack power. And you'll see the heart and the stamina have pluses in them. That's because not only do they give you 15 health, they also increase your health bar by 15 and your stamina bar by 25. Bread, 3 minutes of health, but it's got a star in. I think that's because it's doubly effective. Fairy Bread gives you increased move speed and stamina. Damper gives you increased mining speed, doubly effective increased mining speed, for a full 5 minutes as well. It's really good. Meat Pie, 3 minutes, doubly effective. Attack, I'm just going to go through these. Pasty is triply effective, at least I think so. I don't actually know how those stars work, but I think it's twice and then 3 times as effective. So mining and logging. Mining, logging, and speed for a quiche. Quiche is pretty epic. Quiche is good, but the ingredients for the quiche, the chicken, egg, and the cheese, and even the flour, they're quite advanced ingredients, so it takes a while to get there. The sausage roll is my favorite because the ingredients are relatively early game. Well, not early game, but mid-game. So the flour, the chicken, egg, the meat, and the onion, really not that hard to obtain. The chicken, egg, chooks, because that's what we call chickens, chooks, are the sort of first animal that you can make in your animal handling. And flour is one of the easiest things to obtain through actual crop farming, because wheat grows all year round. Onions don't grow all year round, but it's easy to grow a lot of onions during the seasons that they grow and then just have them available when you need them to make the sausage roll. And you get good buffs out of it. So, plus it's like massive boosts to stamina and health. Fruit salad is relatively easy to make mid-game. You basically need to find some quandongs and some apples and grow the trees, and then you can just churn out fruit salads pretty easily. And you get a bonus to logging and defense. Alright, it's gotten late. I really need to sleep. But anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of cool things that you can eat as well. Oh, hiccup. So yes, a few levels of things. Now, when you've progressed far enough to get the next level of license, you will be told via mail. Alright, animal research. 6,400 for the jackaroo. Get my trap back, and 6,400 again. 9,600 for the croco. Very worthwhile, the old crocos. Now, someone is visiting. Who is this? Oh, this is Theodore. Alright, so he is one of the few people where you don't have to impress him to get him to want to move here. He just wants to move here. So you literally talk to him and he's like, alright, let's move here. Yeah, my trees are growing. These bananas are a little behind the other bananas, but that's to be expected. Yeah, the museum's one of the deeds that I sort of leave. It's not hugely useful. Now, we are still in debt. People who live here do contribute, but like Animal Crossing, it's piddling almost non-existent amounts. So, yeah, you're going to have to do most of the work yourself. Periodically, I just give them all my money, because I'm that kind of guy. Harvest 3 gum logs. That'll be easy. Craft a new tool. That will be difficult. And cut down to 2 trees. Well, that will go with the... harvest the wood. So let's cut down some trees. I'm going to want to put something here soon. So I might as well get this tree out of the way. One. Alright. Harvest 3 gum logs. Does that mean chop them into things? Why didn't that... I've harvested a lot of gum logs. Oh. So gum logs can be found just lying on the ground. That means pick up the logs that are just lying on the ground is what they're talking about there. I've got a bunch of stuff to sell. Let's sell John some things. That. You can have these bananas, John. No, I'll keep those bananas, actually, John. And you can have those wattles. Thanks. Not a lot of money, but it's a little bit of cash. Alright. So the housing kit is still there. But today this is a copper bar, not a iron gear. So yeah, so they do change periodically on those 2 spots. But the other ones remain the same. Alright, let's dump as much in here as we can dump. Alright, I've got another one. So anything that's going to be a food, or is going to go into food processing, is going to get its own crate now. So that'll be that, and those bananas. And let's say half of those. We'll keep them for later in case I need them. I have my trap ready in case I come across a jackaroo. And I need to pick up some logs from the ground. Crafting a tool. I'm probably not going to get to crafting a tool. There aren't really any tools for me to craft just now. Is that copper ore? That's copper ore. I'm going to go get that. even more of it. And there's a jackaroo, so we'll probably catch him. Shouldn't be that hard. I'd rather do it down on the flatter ground, because trying to chase him up onto the height of these tropics is a bit more difficult. So you want to get around him so you can push him towards it. Preferably before that Diggo sees him. Yep, that Diggo's onto him now, so now he's going to be running, and this is going to become very difficult. Hopefully the Diggo doesn't kill him. Oh no! Oh, come on! Oh, now there's a Diggo at the trap. That's ridiculous. Oh man, this is really hard. Because these Diggos want this jackaroo. Ah, for crying out loud. Oh well. There goes that idea. I could just capture these Diggos, but they're not that useful. They're worth less. They're not worthless. They're worth less. Not as much money. There's a gum I can pick up. So that's one. You can harvest those bones as well, but like I said, I don't actually know what the hell the bones are for. I've never managed to get echidna delivered. Can I just push him into it? No. Too much effort. I could try and kite him all the way back, but I don't know whether that would work. I think he might eventually turn around, because if he gets too far from his home sort of range. A lot of animals have an area that they patrol, and they will turn back if they get too far from it. So I don't know whether you can kite a echidna ad infinitum or not. Again, I definitely want to up my mining license because I need the higher level tool so that I can start getting iron ore, which will allow me to get craft a few higher level things. And I definitely want anything that's going to be worth money, because I'm still pretty heavily in debt. I don't know if I can give the museum guy stuff already. I guess I can go and find out whether he takes donations while he's just in a tent, or whether you have to build his museum before he takes donations. That's all quartz crystals. I don't need more quartz. Oh, look at all this. Lots and lots of ore here. Now, I've never managed to capture the cockatoos, but supposedly, if you set a trap and then put a piece of fruit in that trap and wait, then a cockatoo might land in it. Similarly, if you want to capture the magpies, if you set a trap and then put a piece of raw meat in it, that's how you capture them. I have caught the magpies. They're relatively easy. Especially when you start farming, the magpies will try to eat your crops. So you can actually set, because the magpies will always be around your farm, it's relatively easy to set traps with a bit of meat in it, and that'll attract them. And you can capture them that way, which is, you know, if they're going to try and eat your crops, you're going to trap them and use them for money. Fair's fair. I don't know whether that really counts as fair's fair, but anyway, you get the idea. But yeah, I've never managed to capture a cockatoo. I don't know if there's a specific food that they need. But they're really hard to capture, so I've never managed to do it. What I actually want here is I want to capture this jackaroo, so I need to get around behind him so I can push him back towards the trap. Now, as you can see, getting him to jump into the trap can be damn difficult because he can like just miss it like he did like that. Because I use 2 traps, sometimes it can be worth like placing both traps because then you're more likely to get him into it because he's got to, if he just misses one, he'll hit the other. Not always effective, but it is workable. There we go. All right, now home I think is that way. Nope, north. That way. Ah, I can see it from here. Now you can release them, but you can also just drop it to pick up other things if you spot something on the way. But yeah, if you left click, you'll actually release the jackaroo. You will still get your trap back. You never, lose your trap by doing that. But yeah. All right, let's go sell to John in case when next time we come back he's closed. All right, John. I have that, and that you can buy from me, which is actually not a lot. It's almost no money. Oh well. Right, I do now have a ton of copper ore, so it's time to start smelting copper bars because that will contribute to my thingy license, and I will start putting shiny stones in that. Go in here, and we will. Oh, I still haven't even used my metal detector. I should use the metal detector. Yeah, definitely going to need even more crates. This is the max I normally have. I don't normally need more than a 4 crate system, so... Oops, that's not the crate, that's the crate. What I put in this one is everything that's wood and wood related. So that... Grab those seeds. Spinifex I put in there just because I don't know where else to put it. But everything else in here is not related to wood, and henceforth stays in that one. Copper bar, some copper bar and ores. Pop another shiny stone in that. What else was there that I wanted to do? An opal! It's my first ever opal. Now they are a crafting material, they're also worth a lot of money, so I'm going to keep it. I might as well keep it. It's my first ever opal. I've never actually seen one before. Pop that in there with that. We'll finish off the shiny stones. And then we'll go metal detectoring, and I'll show you how that works. Because it's a good way to grab those rarer buried components from ages past. Some of them are rarer than others, like getting an engine whose name in the game I can't remember, but it looks like a car engine, to be honest. They're rare, and you can spend ages metal detectoring and not find one. I did just get my first iron ore. Oh no, my second iron ore there as well. So that's pretty good. All right. So hold down left mouse button and it starts scanning. When the beep sound changes, you're getting close, and you'll get an indicator on the ground. I haven't been fishing yet either. Relatively surprising that I haven't found something yet, but that's alright, we'll just keep going. We'll find something eventually. Okay, there. So that's where it is. You're getting close. And that's the sound of you found it. So underneath this one, if I dig, find a barrel. Now, I can just chop this barrel down, but I tend to just put the dirt back because it raises the barrel up. And then you can open the barrel up. Shiny discs, those are CDs or DVDs. I realize that in this day and age, there are people out there who don't know what CDs and DVDs are. So as a means of transferring media from one place to another via, for computer use, pre-USB sticks, even when digital media, i.e. CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays, overlapped with USB sticks weren't big enough to transfer enough data at a time. So we used CDs and DVDs, and you can still buy CDs and DVDs in music stores and movie stores, but, you know, they're getting rarer and rarer, and there are people who've never seen one and don't know what they are. And you say CD or DVD, and they're like, what? I don't know what that is. I need to do that. So that was just an old key. So it's not always going to be a drum or a skip. Sometimes it's actually just going to be, you know, an individual treasure. All right, let's do a bit of fishing, because I haven't done any fishing. So the fish heads towards the bobber if it can see it. Different fishes have different range of detection, and some of them will even detect behind them. When the bobber drops below the water, you left click once to fish on, and you only hold the left mouse button down when the fish isn't fighting. When the fish is fighting, if you're trying to reel in by holding the left mouse button down, you'll increase the tension on the line until the line breaks. The indicator that pops up on the right hand side, that is the tension meter. When that is empty, the line will break. Barcoo grunter. But yeah, so long as you only reel... Oh, there's a croc. I can totally capture him for cash. Where is home? Home is there. Oi! Oi! Come here. Oh, he's not going to see me. I'm going to have to hit him with my cricket bat. I can't even hit him with my cricket bat. And he's faster than me in the water. So I've got to be careful. Alright. Now he's on chase. That's good. It looks like he's got eyeshadow on. There's been a fair few roos here. There's a lot of roo poo around the place for some reason. Come on. Freebie. Yeah. John's going to be closing relatively soon. I'll go, oh, let's see if this guy will buy the fish. Yeah, so it doesn't look like you can actually donate anything to him until he's actually got a permanent museum. Which eventually I will build, but it's not a high priority because... mostly it's good for license points. Everything that you donate gives you 100 license points, but other than that, I haven't found it to do anything. Like, that seems to be it. That's all you get out of it, is license points. So yeah, I'm not normally that quick to rush to building the museum. We're also still pretty far in debt, so let's give up the rest of my cash because I won't be buying anything else today. And we'll get a fair bit tomorrow on the from that croco and jackaroo that we delivered. I mean, if you can deliver 2 crocos a day, that's going to be the best. But yeah, that's asking a lot. It's not going to be easy to get that done. Oh no, food is here. FUD, put that in there. Now, shiny discs. So there's a dude who researches old technology, and he pulls that off the shiny discs, which, as I said, is a storage media of ages past. Not that far past, like a decade, 2 decades ago. They were extremely common. But as I said, there are people around today that have never even seen or heard of them. But yeah, there's a guy that actually gets the information off of them and comes up with special things that he can build and make as a result of that. And he gives you good money, very good money, for selling him the shiny discs. So they're not used, to the best of my knowledge, in any recipes, but yeah, you can sell. There's a guy who will buy those off you for good cash. We're doing anything else today? No, I think I'm just going to smelt all these bars, and then we're going to call it a day. And that will probably do it for the YouTube stream as well for episode 2. So once again, Twitch viewers, stick around, because I will be continuing on straight into episode 3. YouTube, check the site. The 3rd video will be there because, like I said, I'm going to make it immediately after this one. But I am splitting them up into chunks so that, you know, if you just want to watch one video, you know, it's not too long. I could split them into shorter chunks, but I don't really want to stop every 20 minutes. And Dinkum's not too bad. Like, what's going on in game isn't so bad that, you know, I need a highlight reel. It's kind of almost all worth watching. Enough stuff happens. The progression does slow down, but, you know, it's cool. It's all, at least I think it's entertaining enough. I could watch someone play Dinkum all day, but I can also play Dinkum all day because I own it, because it's cool. Yeah, like I said, James Bendon, solo developer. I highly recommend it. Available now in early access on Steam. I imagine this game will almost certainly come out on multiple platforms when it's further developed. I mean, this would be so much fun on Switch. Steam Deck, if you have one, it'd be really great. This would be pretty good. It does have that Stardew Valley thing of you need to finish a whole day before you can save, but on something like a Switch where you can pause at any time, it'll be fine so long as you don't run out of battery. Consoles, maybe not so much. Consoles, you kind of want to have to finish the day. And on PC, you kind of want to have to finish the day. But in single player, you can pause. Initially, you couldn't, but that was like the first patch after the game actually came out in early access. And the first patch was only like a week after it came out. He added the pause because it was one of the most requested features for single player. Multiplayer, it has the same problems as any of these games in multiplayer, is that you can't lock chests or anything, so expect griefing. If you're going to play multiplayer, play with your friends and sort of, you know, have a password or whatever. I haven't actually looked into the features of multiplayer and whether there are passwords and whitelists and blacklists and so on and so forth. But if there are, utilize those features to prevent griefing, because this game it's relatively easy to grief, I would imagine. You could, for example, surround someone's tent with you could grow when someone's away. If they haven't reached the copper axe, you could surround their tent with hardwood trees so that they can't get out. Because I don't know... No, I think you can still squeeze through trees. But I mean, you could annoy the hell out of people. You could do things. There are things you could do. But yeah, basically once this bar is finished, we will be calling it for a day. I mean, it is already like 6:36 p.m. Another thing that I didn't point out is the seasons. So like Stardew Valley, there are 4 seasons. Each season is 28 days long. And I haven't checked in Stardew Valley, but in Dinkum, that means the 13th of every season is always a Friday. So you always get one Friday the 13th per season, 4 Friday the 13th per year. It doesn't do anything. That's just, I was amused to realize that recently, when I'm like, oh, this season also has a Friday the 13th. So every season has a Friday the 13th, which is, yeah, is a thing. It matters not, it's just a thing. Actually got enough for one more copper bar. Let's do that as well. Is there anything else cool that I realized? No. Yeah, so 28 days, 4 seasons, summer, autumn, winter, spring, summer. Forgetting the frickin' seasons. Once again, it's called autumn because this is Australia and we don't call it fall. I know you call it fall because all the leaves fall off the trees, although there are more evergreen trees. No, it's probably not. There's probably more evergreens in the southern hemisphere than there are in the northern hemisphere. I imagine the northern hemisphere would have more deciduous trees. Anyway, we don't call it fall, we call it autumn. So yeah, that is the seasons here. And you get different bugs and different fish. Different crops grow in different seasons. Some will grow all year round. I haven't grown any crops yet. I will point out. These aren't crops. These are fruit. They're different. They're not crops. Crops require a hoe to actually till the soil, and you need to water them manually. And they have different growth patterns. Some of them just grow up on the square that they're on, and some of them, like pumpkins and watermelons, grow. There's like a base shoot, and then they grow adjacent to that shoot, a la Minecraft, which is another comparative sort of game. So while digging down isn't a big mechanic in this game, you know, I have no idea how far down you can dig. Pretty far, apparently. And amusingly, I don't have to jump into that hole to find out. I have no idea how I'd get back out of that hole. That's a very weird mechanic. But okay, you can dig really far down now. I need to fill this hole in again because that's a man trap waiting to happen. While digging down, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't do anything. It's not like Minecraft where you're digging down for diamonds. The terrain is, you know... Why have I ended up with one more dirt than I started with? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, you can move the terrain around, and it is square-based. Voxel, well, not voxel, it's block-based. I mean, that's still voxel-based, but it's less voxel-y than a true voxel-based game. That's extremely hard to explain, and I'm not going to explain it here, but it's a la Minecraft. You can terraform quite well as well. However, the game does respect gravity for all blocks, to the best of my knowledge. I haven't seen any block that can be floating in midair yet. But yeah, that is going to do it for this day and this episode a la YouTube of Let's Play Dinkum. Yeah, if you enjoyed this one, definitely hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. Makes it nice and easy to find the channel. Everything is all in one place. And if you want to catch me live, definitely hit that notification bell. Now, if you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to chat with me live, jump on over to Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Quivs_AU because I'm the Australian Quivs. There is another Quivs, but I don't know, he plays Battlefield or something. Anyway, but yeah, if you'd like to chat with us live, jump on over there because I only use the one chatting service. While there is live chat on YouTube Live, it's just a pain to have both of those live chats appear on the screen at the same time, so I don't do it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, if you're looking for the third episode of this Let's Play series, you should find it on the channel immediately. It should be available because I'm going to go on and continue recording immediately after this one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.